this one as a get-right opportunity and get back into the winning column. Quick look at the starters for Bay State Demaray and Colton Hlavi. The defensemen Michael Montague and Michael Fritz. Cameron Schnapp in goal for the Bobcats. For the Sea Captains, Drew Stemmel, Troy Harwell, Ethan Ranger up front, Matt Ward and Tim Hayden on the blue line, and Brendan Pellerito back in goal to our right as we are underway. The Sea Captains in their home white uniforms with the red and navy trim. They'll skate from right to left on your screens at home. Bay State in their visiting navy uniforms with the yellow and right trim. The white helmets skating from left to right. Ward at the point, a rising shot, catch a glass. Hayden stepping in from the point live for a moment, now sent it to the skates to Hlavi, and Hlavi is able to clear. Hayden quickly sends back the far way. Schemmel unable to come up with that. Ward with a spinning move at the red line kept possession of the puck. Ranger will send it on in as he broke his stick. They'll have to go get a new one. Back the other way they come. It's Hlavi leaving the puck for Mastroni. Mastroni didn't have much of a shot on that. Loftus picks up the loose puck. Loftus off the boards, trying to connect with Manahan, or check that with Harrison Ranger. Now Loftus again, over the blue line. Tegan Byer unable to hold the line. Face-off will come out into the neutral zone. Just a minute and 3 seconds into this game. So face-off at center ice. Tegan Byer against Will Cormie. Cormie comes into this game as Bay State's leading scorer. Sent down the ice, Sherm. Sherm lost possession of the puck, picked up by Harrison Ranger, sent in front, and Byer fanned on it. Back the other way they come, Darryl Smith. Byer at the blue line, he's onside and sends it down deep. Sherm behind the net. Harrison Ranger looking to dig out from Sherm's skates. Both of them take a tumble down to the ice. Sherm back up to his skates first. Weekly puts it in the corner. Harrison Ranger back as well. Tried going back to Smith at the point, never. And Bay State is able to clear. Here's Landon Booth to the outside. A 3-on-2 if Bay State hurries. Booth's shot deflects into the near side corner. Now Aiden Bain gets it out of the zone, collected by Sherman. He'll pitchfork one back deep into Norwich end. Sean Loftus in the corner. Will Cormie now for the Bobcats. Cormie can't get around Jamison Bain. Picked up by Cam Holton, and Holton at center ice will weakly put it in on goal. Schnapp will hold on, and now we'll take a look, or rather we'll take a listen into the public address announcer as they celebrate Drew Schemmel's 100th game in the NA3HL. Actually looks like they'll do it at the next whistle as we're about to get back underway. Jamison Bain on the draw. Damon Warren for Bay State. Warren with a clean win back. Here's Montague. Montague hard off the glass, sent all the way down the ice. No icing on the play, so Tony Moran has to play this. Moran reverses up the same side wall. First one there's Matt Ward. Ward goes back behind the net. Tried to connect with Moran. Moran was too close in the vicinity of a couple Bobcats to do anything with it. Now Moran again puts it onto the stick of Cam Holton, and the Sea Captains clear out. Holton from center ice sent it down deep. No icing on the play as Kinahan gets there first. Kinahan goes behind the net for Holton. Holton runs into the net, and the net does a 180. There's the whistle. I thought we were going to have Drew Schemmel's acknowledgement, but apparently we're playing this one by ear. So here's Ethan Ranger on the draw. Now Loftus. Back along Harwell, and Harwell sends one down deep. Behind the net, Schemmel looking to clear it on up. Drew Schemmel, as we mentioned, playing in his 100th NA3HL game today. He has played on 3 other teams. He started off with the Dayton Falcons, played 8 games there, and 2 years with the Northeast Generals, where he put up 38 points in 77 games. Now here in Norwich, he is the second leading scorer for the Sea Captains with 9 points in 11 games. Here's Tim Hayden working his way out of his own end. Hayden wanted to go back to Loftus. That was knocked away by Mastroni. Those two were teammates last year in Danbury. Now Ethan Ranger. He gets barreled down to the ice. Matt Sherm holding his ground. Puck gets sent around the boards all the way out to the Norwich blue line where Daryl Smith will pick it up. Smith off the boards right onto the tape of Jace Demaray. Demaray had it knocked away by Smith. Schemmel will send it down deep. And now here's Sherm trying to go around the boards hard. Ethan Ranger gets a stick in the way. Moran looking to hold the blue line. Mastroni gets it out as far as the red line before Harrison Ranger gives back to Daryl Smith. Smith, his pass too hard for Harwell. Byer, fresh off the bench, chips along for Moran. Moran right here in front of us. Can't get around a pair of Bobcats. Mastroni will chase after it. Daryl Smith gets there, sends it around the boards, cut down by Halavi. Now Mastroni in the corner. Nate Mastroni giving back Reed Murray. Murray tried going back for Mastroni. Sent in front, saved by Pellerito, and he'll hold on. Norwich fans, today we would like to acknowledge and celebrate number 13, Drew Schemmel, for playing in his 100th NA3HL game. Let's hear it. Congratulations, Drew Schemmel. Well, there's the acknowledgement for Drew. 100 games at any junior level is certainly an accomplishment, and Schemmel, well, he has certainly brought an offensive flair to this Norwich Sea Captains team. Of course, the Sea Captains haven't had a good go of it lately. They have not won a game in a month. As a shot on, saved by Pellerito as Tima Basarab gets robbed in the slot. Oh, suddenly that turned into a 2-on-1 down low, and Pellerito had to stand strong. Now here's Tegan Byer going back up the boards at the red line, flipped into the Sea Captains zone. And with 5 minutes gone by in the first period, the Sea Captains look to clear. Down deep in the Bobcats zone, Tedsana lost his footing behind the net. 5 players battling for the puck in the corner. Eventually it's Tedsana who sends it around far side. Loftus keeps it in the zone. Now Tedsana again. He'll go up the same side wall. This time walking off with it was Booth. He can't clear. Loftus on goal. And Cameron Schnapp makes a stop. 14:31 to go in the first period. Still no score between the Bay State Bobcats and the Norwich Sea Captains. This is the only game going on in the NA3HL today, so certainly glad that you could join us right here on Hockey TV. Jamison Bain on the draw against James Green. Green with a clean win for the Bobcats. Sending one around the boards was Fritz. Moran forces it still in the zone. Holton gets handcuffed on the shot. Cleared out towards the red line, sent back into the Bobcat zone. Norwich needed to touch up on the play. Sent off the boards, and a bouncing puck ends up on the stick of Will Cormie. Cormie will send it down deep. Now Bain takes a hit from Cormie. Holton looking to clear. He sends one off the glass, not out. A bouncer goes wide of the cage. Now Cormie on the half wall, goes back up to the point. Montague's shot partially blocked. It was going wide. Pellerito gets a glove on it regardless. And the faceoff will be to Brandon Pellerito's left. Well, the Norwich Sea Captains are still looking for a goaltender to really take control of the crease. You take a look at their stats throughout the year. Pellerito has played in 5 games. Yoakum's been in 5. Alex Cymbaluk, who's not dressed today, has been in 4. So far, Pellerito and Cymbaluk are the only Norwich goaltenders who have recorded wins, as Norwich comes into this game with a 2-10 record overall. Bay State in front of them on the standings by 4 points. A shot on by Ethan Ranger gets blocked, but Bay State with a 3-10 1-1 record. That's 1 overtime loss, 1 shootout loss. Not sure why they separate the two of them, but regardless. Down low, Bobcats trying to get something going. Schemmel intercepts the puck and allows Pellerito to hold on. Faceoff will once again be in the Norwich zone with 13:14 to go in the first period. As we mentioned in the open, both these teams looking to get right. Bay State's last win actually came against these Norwich Sea Captains. That was a 2-1 victory at home back on October the 9th. Landon Booth with the game winner. Shot from the point goes wide. Loose puck picked up by Byer. And now here's Tony Moran. We have a whistle, and I believe the net came off of its moorings based off the way Pellerito's taking a look at it. Faceoff should come outside the zone, as it was only a Bobcat who was behind the net of Pellerito. And indeed it will. So faceoff outside the Norwich end. Just about 7 minutes gone by in the first. Will Cormie on the draw against Tegan Byer. Just waiting for the net to get back to where it needs to be. Looks like the linesman did a good job with that. And we're back underway on a 50-50 draw. Harrison Ranger forces it as far as the red line. Sent now back into the Norwich zone. Hayden goes D-to-D across from Moran. Moran hard off the glass. Unable to clear, soccering it in the zone at the blue line was Cormie. Actually, that will be a delayed offsides. It looked nice. Pass intercepted by Tima Basarab. And they're going to say that Basarab was still offside, so the face-off is going to once again be outside the Norwich zone. Officials for this game, the linesmen are John Cusano and Erica Derrico. The referee is Sean Pratt. Off the draw, it's sent back down into the Norwich zone. Here's Tony Moran behind his own net. Interesting hop off the Zamboni doors. Eventually ends up in Harrison Ranger's grasp. Knocked off his stick, kept alive in the zone. And now Hayden. He'll play one off the glass. That goes off the glove of Aiden Bain as far as the Bay State blue line before they'll send it right back into the Sea Captain zone. Well, just a bunch of ping-ponging back and forth plays so far in this game. Icing called against Norwich. Faceoff will come back down into the Sea Captain's end with 12:11 to go in the first. The Bobcats have seemingly controlled the majority of possession time so far in this game. The shots right now are even at 3 apiece. On the draw, one back by Jamison Bain. Aiden Bain, no relation, sends it around. Cam Holton looking to clear, had 4 Bobcats to deal with. Now Moran. This time he goes behind the net, Hayden. Hayden off the boards, picks up Josh Manahan. Josh Manahan scoring his first junior league, or rather junior level goal in Saturday's game here in Norwich. That game was Military Appreciation Night. We had a nice turnout from the Coast Guard Academy and from the Naval Sub Base in New London as this shot they just goes wide. Oh, putting his hands up before the puck even crossed the line was Dylan Gallagher, and he just missed by an inch. Chipped back down deep by Montague. Here's Loftus in the corner. Across from Moran, who has had an exceptionally long shift. Now Loftus goes out the far side. Holton flips it up ahead off the stick of Manahan. Sent back down into the zone. Moran again. This time too far for Manahan. It trickles into the Bay State zone. Schnapp leaves it off to the side. Not sure if there was a delayed icing there. Now here's a turnover. Loftus a shot. Swallowed up by Cameron Schnapp. And Norwich will get themselves an offensive zone face-off to the goaltender's right. 10:57 to go in the first period. Still no score between the Bay State Bobcats and the Norwich Sea Captains. Ethan Ranger, Nate Mastroni on the draw. Mastroni with the face-off win. Sherm goes up the same side wall looking for a big hit. Was Darryl Smith. Got more of the boards than anything else. Now Loftus crossing over, gaining speed through center ice. Loftus gets around all 3 forwards and sends it down deep. A centering feed off the stick of Schnapp. It's still loose on the side of the cage, and Schnapp wisely gets a glove on it as it was bouncing around in the blue paint. Face-off will be to his left. 10:39 to go in the first. These two teams will be in action again on a Friday evening up in Holyoke, an 8:30 face-off for that game. As these two teams played a pair of games early on, they split them with 1 win apiece. Back the other way, solid poke check put on by Matthew Ward, knocking it off the stick of Landon Booth. Now Ward behind the net. for Ethan Ranger. Ranger smoked out from behind the cage of Pellerito. He'll keep it himself. Doesn't have an option along those boards. Throws it towards the middle, where it deflects off the stick of Jack Kinahan down deep. Kinahan takes the body, gives himself the puck. Going back up to the point, this manages to split the defense, and so Ward gives back to Hayden. And now Ethan Ranger will direct it down deep. First one there is Paya Tedsana. Tedsana off the high glass, not out of the zone. Collecting it is Tima Basarab, and Basarab manages to put it up ahead for Cormy. Cormy stops, looks for an option, sent in front, and sending it over the top of the cage was Landon Booth. They had the tick, they had the tack, they couldn't get the toe. Now Hayden, back onto the stick of Ethan Ranger. Harwell will shovel one far side. Harrison Ranger looking to drive it deep. Ranger taken down on the play. That's going to result in a penalty from his knees. Harrison Ranger still sent it towards goal. But with 9:21 to go in the first period, we'll see the special teams for the first time in this game. As making his way to the penalty box is Paya Tesana, and he'll sit 2 minutes for tripping. Well, coming into this game, you take a look at the special teams. Norwich Sea Captains, their power play right in the middle of the pack, 21st overall in the league, converting on 19.5% of their power plays. Meanwhile, Bay State, officially they come in with the worst penalty kill in the league, killing off only 36% of their penalties. However, I do have reason to question that statistic. Here is Ethan Ranger, back up for Loftus as they go around the umbrella. Hayden stepping in. Hayden, a shot, saved by Schnapp. Now Ethan Ranger again, far side for Hayden. Hayden, another shot, saved by Schnapp. It's loose in front and cleared down the ice. Pellerito will come out of his cage and settle things down for Sean Loftus. Mastroni forechecking on the penalty kill. Ethan Ranger gives back to Loftus, and now Timmy Hayden over the Bay State blue line. He'll wrap one hard around the boards and connects with Tegan Byer. Ranger, and now Loftus. Loftus, bit of a traffic jam at the blue line. Hayden, a drive, punched aside by Schnapp. Hayden in the corner, canceled out by Sherm. Harwell comes in to lend some assistance, and Harwell comes up with the puck. Harwell goes back up to Loftus. Minute remaining on the power play. Hayden, lots of space in front of him. His drive deflects just wide. That went off the skate of Montague in front of the Bobcats goal. Now Tegan Byer, behind the net, has an option in Ethan Ranger. Instead, tries sending it to the front. Intercepted by Montague and sent all the way down. Pellerito again will play the puck. Norwich in the middle of a change as Tony Moran, fresh off the bench, picks it up. Moran runs into some trouble. Schemmel was circling down deep. Schemmel's lost his stick on the play. Pass up ahead for Darryl Smith. The defenseman tries one-handing one into the Bay State zone, but instead it's collected by Reed Murray and sent all the way down. Now 15 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Moran, far side for Drew Schemmel. Schemmel down into the corner. Stops and looks over his options. Gives back to Darryl Smith. Smith thought about driving down deep, instead feeds along Kinahan. Kinahan, a shot, and that goes off the shin pads of Murray in front of a net. Sent down the ice, no icing on the play as Tony Moran has to play it. We're back to five-a-side hockey. 7:12 to go in the first period. It's Cam Holton picking it up. Holton, his pass stepped in front of by Montague. Montague couldn't control it. Now here comes Kinahan in. Kinahan, his shot blocked by Murray. Second time that Murray has blocked a Jack Kinahan shot in this shift. Hayden will flip it back into the zone. That bounces on goal, and Schnapp has to steer it into the corner. Here's Murray. Going back behind the net further, Montague, and he connects up ahead with Basarab. At center ice, a huge hit. Hello, Tony. My goodness, what a hit. Now Byer, his shot gets blocked. Manahan goes back to Hayden at the point. Picked up, Manahan, a shot saved by Schnapp. The rebound cleared out of danger. Not out of the zone as Harwell. Now Ward. Ward swings one well wide of the cage. Landon Booth looking to clear. He does. Hayden at the red line sends it back on down. The Detrius you see on the ice is the shattered, or rather, we have a whistle. It's going to be a slashing call, and it took place well behind the play. as lineswoman Erica Derrico gets pieces of the stick off the ice. I believe that was Alex Penning of Bay State, who nearly got knocked into next week by Troy Harwell. The penalty is going to be slashing, and it goes against James Green of Bay State. The puck was behind the Bay State net, and the Bobcats were ready to break out. But an undisciplined play by James Green in the neutral zone, taking a two-hander at a Norwich defenseman, and it puts the Sea Captains onto their second power play of the afternoon. They are 0 for 1 so far. Pellerito leaves the puck for Moran. Kinahan can't control that pass. It goes off the stick of Matt Sherm. And at his own goal line, Mike Montague will send it all the way down. So now Moran, with 5:40 to go in the first period and 25 seconds off the power play. A pass goes through everybody. This should be icing. And there's the whistle. Well, the Sea Captains look decent on their first power play, but they haven't been able to rekindle that magic so far on the second opportunity. So on the icing call, faceoff comes back down into the Sea Captains' end. Norwich not allowed to change, although you figure with only 31 seconds gone by, they would keep the first power play unit out there. Drew Schemmel on the draw against Will Cormie. One back to the point. A shot off the stick of Murray gets blocked by Kinahan. Boy, those two are really getting familiar with each other. Delayed offsides against Norwich. Picking up the puck is Basarab, and Basarab sends it all the way down. Well, this is a problem that we've seen Norwich have so far this season, is their zone entries on the power play. Darryl Smith, center ice, staying with the puck, knocked away, and Cormier will send it on down. A minute gone by on the power play, and Norwich hasn't sniffed the offensive zone since the initial faceoff. Here's Moran, takes out the lineswoman. Loose puck picked up by Cormier. Now Basarab, sending one down deep. Harwell, Ethan Ranger, and now Tony Moran. 35 seconds to go on a Norwich power play that has not seen a shot on goal. Here's Troy Harwell. He's the freight train that came through the neutral zone minutes ago. Now Ethan Ranger. His shot gets blocked by Montague. Ethan Ranger in the corner. Picks up Byer. Byer has an option, and Harwell goes off the boards, ends up on the stick of Hayden. Hayden D-to-D across Loftus. Loftus, his shot gets blocked and cleared out of the zone. 5 seconds to go on the power play, and the Bobcats have to be happy with their penalty kill. Again, supposedly the worst penalty kill in the league, but it has now stymied Norwich twice. The Sea Captains have iced the puck, and the faceoff will come back down into the Sea Captains' end with 4:02 to go in the first period. It'll be Mastroni, Demarais, and Hlave up front for Bay State. This was the line that started the game for the Bobcats. It's Hlave walking along the goal line. Hlave in the far corner goes back up at the point. Back down low for Hlave. Loftus behind the net. Manages to thread a needle up ahead for Hayden. And now gaining speed through the neutral zone is Tegan Byer. Byer from the outside, a shot saved by Schnapp. And he'll hold on. Boy, Cameron Schnapp nearly had his momentum fail him as he came out aggressively to cut down the angle on the Byer shot. But then nearly was unable to control the rebound. Face-off will be to Schnapp's left. Jamison Bain, Aiden Bain, and Josh Manahan up front for the home team. Here's Aiden Bain with a shot into the breadbasket of Schnapp. He'll hold on. Brandon Schnapp coming into this game for Bay State after Ben DiFiore played the last 3 in a row for the Bobcats. At center ice, it's sent down deep by James Green. Into the corner, behind the net. Loose puck, Aiden Bain looking to clear. He gets run into by Penning. Shot on, stopped by Pellerito. Aiden Bain plays one off the glass and sends it out into the neutral zone where Ryan Janik will send it back down. Pellerito leaves it for Ward. Matt Ward softly up the far side wall. Aiden Bain control, and then Penning comes in with a big hit of his own. Darryl Smith with under 3 to play in the first. Manahan clears it as far as center ice. Penning knocked down by Aiden Bain as he gets a little vengeance. Meanwhile, Pellerito will leave it for Ward as Bay State's in the middle of a change. Here's Matt Ward. Over center ice, got hooked a bit, but no call on the play. Sent on down. Ward will go off for an obedient change as Matt Sherm manages to flip this out towards center ice. Loftus back into the Bay State zone on the delayed offsides. Steered back the other way by Damon Warren. Now right here in front of us, it's Dylan Gallagher. Gallagher cutting towards the net. Gallagher a shot, saved by Pellerito. Looking to clear it out is Ethan Ranger. Gets it as far as the red line. Manahan gives up ahead Harwell. Troy Harwell can't dipsy-doodle his way around Matt Sherm, and Sherm will clear. I think teams are starting to key into the fact that the Rose Garden Ice Arena here, it's got some pretty tall glass all the way around the rink. Think about your rink at home and the tall glass behind the net. It is at least at that height around the entire arena. Kinahan pirouetted down to the ice. Still managed to get the puck out of the zone with a little help from his friend Ethan Ranger. Sent back down into the Norwich end with 93 seconds to go in the period. Here's Moran behind the net. Ethan Ranger can't control the pass off the Zamboni corner. A shot from the point gets blocked. Standing up for that was Sean Loftus, and now Loftus, the defenseman, will lead things back the other way. Loftus over the blue line, takes the shot, but offsides is called. The faceoff will come back out into the neutral zone. From our angle, it looked like Norwich managed to stay on side, although we'll defer to the official who was in the right position. 1:18 to go in the period. Tegan Byer on the draw. He goes up against Will Cormie. Cormie manages to win it forward. Smith steals it away, gives along Harrison, or check that, Byer, and he sends it down deep. Now Sherm sends one off the back of the cage. It stops dead behind the net of Schnapp. Sherm able to recover, gives along Basarab. Basarab sends it on down. Icing is called on the play, as going tumbling down into the boards was Landon Booth. Booth was trying to cross behind Tim Hayden, as Hayden was the one who drew the icing whistle. Seems like everybody's back up on their skates and amicable enough. Face off to the right of Cameron Schnapp with 58.3 to go in the period. It'll be Byer on the draw against Cormie. Cormie able to win the puck back for Sherm. Sherm goes hard around the boards. Hayden picks it up at the red line. Now Byer into the zone. Byer sends it down deep after taking a check from Sherm. Getting thrown into the boards and then getting hit in the head was Schemmel. Schemmel's looking around for a penalty that's not coming. Schemmel back up to his feet. Byer goes back Smith at the point. Smith wide of the cage. 30 seconds to go in the period. Hayden in the corner. Stripped away off of his stick. Montague back the other way. Mike Montague over the blue line, runs into Byer, separated from the puck. Smith goes around the boards. Harrison Ranger can't corral. Loose puck picked up by Booth. Harrison Ranger takes the puck back. He's got 12 seconds left in the period. Here's Harrison Ranger. Up ahead onto the tape of Byer. Byer a shot off the blocker of Schnapp and wide. 4 seconds to go in the period. Team of Basarab will get it out towards the neutral zone, and that'll do it for the first period of play. Serena, second period of action underway, or about to be underway, off the false start between the Norwich Sea Captains and the Bay State Bobcats. Through 20 minutes of play, we are tied at 0 apiece. Brendan Pellerito gets a water bottle from the bench. That's always important. Pellerito did not see too many shots in that first period. Officially, shots on goal as of right now are 7-5 in favor of Norwich. Norwich in their home whites, skating from left to right on your screens at home for the second period. Behind the play, shaken up, is Michael Fritz. Meanwhile, back the other way, Pellerito makes a save, and then the net comes off of its mooring. Fritz making his way back to the Bay State bench, and he is in some pain, leaving his stick and his gloves out on the ice. His teammates will pick that up. And the training staff here will, I'm sure, definitely take a look at Michael Fritz, an important defenseman for the Bay State Bobcats. And we certainly hope that we see him back on the ice again soon. Faceoff is outside of the Norwich zone. Will Cormie on the draw. One back for the Sea Captains by Ethan Ranger. We mentioned Cameron Schnapp in goal for Bay State. He comes in with a personal record of 1 win, 1 loss, a goals against average of .579, a save percentage of 88.8. Brendan Pellerito in goal for the Sea Captains, a personal record of 1 win and 3 losses, a save percentage of 91.1, a goals against average of .445. Loose puck in front. Schnapp will hold on to it, as the Sea Captains were looking to force that over the goal line. Unable to do so just quite yet. Faceoff is going to remain inside the Bay State zone. Just 50 seconds gone by on the second period. And Norwich utilizing their last change to get some fresh legs on the ice. It'll be Tegan Byer, Harrison Ranger, and Drew Schemmel up front. Here's Harrison Ranger's shot. Gets blocked, and then Loftus sends it right into the Norwich bench. On the bench, Ethan Ranger had to duck out of the way. And we mentioned the tall glass. Well, that tall glass goes behind the benches as well, so that puck didn't get very far. Face off outside the Bobcats end. One back by Byer. Loftus the first one there. He sends one off the glass, off a pair of Bobcats as well. Now Loftus sent down deep. Brendan Pellerito leaves it for Darryl Smith. Smith in the corner. Couldn't get it past Gallagher. Now Loftus up the near side for Harrison Ranger. Puts it onto the tape of Damon Warren. Only problem with that sentence is that they're on different teams. Reed Murray back in his own end. Intercepted by Harrison Ranger on goal. Gloved by Schnapp. And the faceoff will be to his right. 1:26 gone by in the second. Still no score between these two teams. Holton, Jamison Bain, Josh Manahan up front for the Sea Caps. Nate Mastroni on the draw for the Bobcats, and he wins it into the corner. Played it off the skates of Sherm. Now Sherm goes up the far side while Moran holds it alive at the blue line and sends it back down deep. Behind the net and in the near side corner, it's Sherm, this time playing one off the glass. Glove down by Hayden on the blue line. Hayden keeps it in the zone. Janik, they'll try the far side again. Cut off this time by Jamison Bain. Manahan looking for possession. Knocked off of his stick. Cam Holton picks it up. Holton curls in, takes a shot. Saved by Schnapp. Hayden unable to clear, or rather hold the blue line. Here comes Mastroni back the other way. Nate Mastroni in his third season at the NA3HL level. Played the last 2 years in Danbury. First with the Colonials and then the Junior Hat-Tricks after the rebrand. Behind the net. Cleared all the way down the ice. This should have enough for icing. It crosses the goal line, and there's the whistle as Timmy Hayden gets back to touch up. So 2:23 gone by in the second. Face-off is going to be to the left of goaltender Cameron Schnapp. Harwell, Ethan Ranger up front. They're joined by Jack Kinahan. Kinahan off the draw shot, saved by Schnapp, and he holds on. Well, if the Sea Captains are going to find the back of the net, you're starting to get the sense it's not going to be a pretty one. It's going to be one of the gritty ones down low where you basically take the puck, the goalie, any defenseman in the way, and you shove it all over the goal line. Hopefully with the puck first. Otherwise, it might not count. Here's Ethan Ranger on the offensive zone face-off. A 50-50 draw, goes back up to the point. Loftus for Harwell. Harwell takes a bump, kept possession of the puck. Now he switches spots with Loftus. Loftus knocked down to the ice. Unable to clear was Landon Booth. Now on the second attempt, Booth will break it into the zone and chip it down deep. Booth chasing after this. Ward got there first. Reversed in the corner. Kinahan gets it as far as the blue line, kept in the zone by Murray. Down low, it's Booth. Now Ethan Ranger on the half wall. Booth again in the corner. Centering feed, nobody home for the Bobcats. Harwell looking to clear. Loftus, dangerous pass, but connects with Harwell, and Harwell gains the red line, and now into the Bobcats zone. Troy Harwell wants to go inside out around Mike Montague. No sale there. Off the side of the cage, Kinahan will pick it up behind the net. Kinahan, a centering feed, goes all the way back up at the point. Ward, a shot, punched aside by Schnapp. Ethan Ranger picks up the rebound. Ranger along the blue line for a Ward. Ward, his shot gets deflected off of a Bay State stick. That was Landon Booth getting in the way. Ethan Ranger in the corner. Bobcats with possession. Ward diving out at the blue line, keeps it alive. Kinahan, a shot saved by Schnapp. The rebound forced off the puck was Harwell. Now Harwell in the corner, wants to go back up to Ward at the point. He does. Ward sends it on down, intercepted by Montague, cleared out of the zone. This should be icing as Hayden races back, and he'll touch up again for another draw coming up in the Bay State zone. Well, the Sea Captains, as opposed to the first period, this time they're controlling the majority of the play. And this is a little different off the icing face-off. They'll line up on the left wing side. Last time we saw the Sea Captains on Saturday against New Jersey, it seemed like every icing face-off was on the right wing side. Here's Schemmel in the corner, a centering feed, defensed away by Montague. Schemmel again, back up at the point, Hayden. Hayden from the blue line, his shot gloved by Schnapp, and he'll hold on. Well, you'd like to see a little more traffic in front of goaltender Cameron Schnapp if you're a fan of the Norwich Sea Captains. On that last shot by Hayden from the point, both Aiden Bain and Drew Schemmel were in front, but they got out of the way of the shooting lane, and that allowed Cameron Schnapp a clean look at the puck. Aiden Bain, a shot kicked aside by Schnapp. Bobcats able to clear. Here's Will Stone at center ice, sending it down deep. Pellerito out from his crease will send it around. Darryl Smith back up to his skates, chips it out of the zone. Sherm at center ice. Knocked down by Hayden. His pass too far for Schemmel all the way down the ice. And now we'll have a face-off back down in the Norwich zone. 3:37 gone by in the second. Bobcats will choose the face-off to the left of Brendan Pellerito. Darryl Smith seems to be a bit shaken up on the play. He was slow to his feet when he was hit at the blue line. But because of the icing, Smith unable to get off the ice. This time he'll chip one off the boards. It may be too far for icing again. It is, as Schemmel tried racing on down to beat out the whistle, but Matt Sherm got there first. 15-15 to go in the second period, and another offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Bobcats. They'll get some fresh legs on the ice in the form of Mastroni, Demaray, and Hlavi up front. Mastroni on the draw against Byer. Mastroni with the face-off win. Nate Mastroni has usually been good in the face-off circle, stretching back to last season. Began this year in the USPHL with San Diego, and now has returned to the NA3. Here's Drew Schemmel. Behind the net, canceled out. Byer racing in. He'll get to the puck first. Gets bumped by Mastroni. Sent around far side, Montague. Unable to clear. Pinching in from the blue line was Hlavi. That frees things up. And now it's Montague back the other way. A backhand shot on goal, easily handled by Brendan Pellerito. And finally, the Norwich Sea Captains will get a full line change. 5:24, or rather 5:26, gone by in the second period. After spending the first 4 minutes of the period in their own end, the Bobcats with 3 consecutive icing calls in their favor. And this time they'll line up on the left-hand wing. It's Mastroni on the draw. One back to the point, sent down and around by Ryan Janik. The far side held alive by Sherm. Now up ahead, it's Jamison Bain. Bain for the Sea Captains. Top of the circular shot, saved by Schnapp. He holds on as Cam Holton was sniffing around for a rebound. That's the kind of shot that you want to see from Jamison Bain in that angle. A nice low shot. He'll either force a face-off or you'll generate a rebound. Cam Holton was in the right place to convert if Schnapp couldn't hold on. Bain on the draw against Cormy. Bain with the face-off win. Now Cormy in the far corner. Sends it around to the near side. Holton doing some battle with Tima Basarab. Coming up with it are the Bobcats. It's Will Cormy up ahead. Manages to connect with Landon Booth. Booth, nice defense put on by Tony Moran. He can't clear Sherm from the point. That's blocked by Loftus into the corner. Sean Loftus under pressure. Still manages to find the outlet pass in Cam Holton. Then Colton just panics and sends it out of the zone. Well, Cam Holton's still new to the junior level. Game is certainly faster at this level, but at the same time, players need to realize that sometimes you have a little more time than anticipated as this puck bounces on goal, and Brendan Pellerito down in the butterfly makes the save. So face off to Pellerito's right. 6:25 gone by in the second period. Still no score between the Bay State Bobcats and the Norwich Sea Captains. Again, the Sea Captains on a 9-game slide. The Bobcats with only 1 point in their past 7 games. That was an overtime loss to New Jersey a few weeks ago. Off the draw, it's Matt Ward. Kept alive in the zone. Pellerito was surprised as Damon Warren sent that through plenty of traffic, but Pellerito with his paddle down will hold on for a face-off to his right once again. Byer, Aiden Bain, Drew Schemmel up front for the Sea Caps. It will be Byer on the draw against Damon Warren. Off the draw, won by Byer. It's Loftus sending around far side for Drew Schemmel. Schemmel unable to get a stick on it and then takes a forearm shiver up high. Tim Hayden in his own zone. Hayden played off the glass, glove down by Warren. Warren on his backhand, tried forcing one along towards the slot, knocked away by Loftus. Schemmel gives up ahead for Aiden Bain. Bain can't get it deep as it's taken away by Dylan Gallagher. Gallagher swings one far side, no icing on the play as Hayden gets to it north of the goal line. Given along for Loftus. Now Byer. Through center ice, pass was behind Schemmel. Schemmel will have to get back into the play as collecting it is Montague. He swings it around near side. Aiden Bain gets a stick on it. Tegan Byer throws it towards goal. Didn't have much momentum on it. Loftus gets beat to the outside. And now here's Reed Murray. Murray sent into the corner. Nice job by Hayden in a battle of sixes, but a whistle is called, and it looks as though Hayden is going to find himself heading to the penalty box for holding. Well, it didn't look like Hayden had his free arm engaged. But he'll head to the box, and for the first time this afternoon, we'll see Bay State on the power play. Bay State comes into this game ranked 16th overall in the 34 team NA3HL. They convert on 23.3% of their opportunities. The Sea Captains, the penalty kill has been an issue for them so far this season. They are ranked 27th overall, only killing off 63.6% of their penalties. So up front for Bay State, it'll be Landon Booth, Jace Demarais, centered by Will Cormy. On the blue line, Tima Basarab, the forward, along with Mike Montague. As this is turned over by Schnapp, Holton comes up with it for the Sea Captains, runs into an embarrassment of Bobcats and loses possession of the puck. And for those of you questioning that at home, yes, that is the name for a group of Bobcats. Figure they could have chosen a better one. Always fun, the different animal group names that you can come up with. I think everybody's familiar with a murder of crows. A bevy of quails is a personal favorite of mine. Here's Tima Basarab sent far side. A shot snapped wide by Cormy. Holton racing up ahead. Holton overskated the puck and still managed to get it into the Bay State zone. Getting upended at the blue line and very slow to get up to his skates is Jace Demarais. He's holding his left arm, picks up his stick, and he'll slowly try, or rather, no, he'll stay out on the ice. Well, Demarais, he's a hockey player. He can play through it. Here's Darryl Smith, who was shaken up on his last shift for Norwich. Cleared around the boards. Jameson Bain's able to clear. Matt Sherm in his own end with 43 seconds to go on the power play. Nearly forcing a turnover was Tegan Byer. Now Nate Mastroni back the other way. Mastroni Sent towards the front, can't connect with Warren. Byer will pick it up. 1-on-3 through the zone, and Byer will kick it into the Bay State end. Oh, if the puck's not on your stick, might as well kick it on into the zone. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Slavi. Up ahead for Warren. Damon Warren dished it at the blue line for Mastroni. Mastroni comes up with the puck. Mastroni in the corner. Sharp angle attempt saved by Pellerito. Rebound came right through the slot, but onto the stick of Troy Harwell, who clears it back down into the Bobcats' end. 5 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Ward thrown down the ice. That'll do it for the power play, and we're back to five-a-side hockey. Well, neither team able to find the back of the net. There have been 3 power plays so far in this game. Here's Colton Hlavi's shot blocked by Ward. Loftus's outlet pass too far for Kinahan. Given back for Murray. Murray's got it as far as the blue line for Hlavi. Turns it over back the other way. A snapshot up high by Harwell. In front, and Ethan Ranger gets robbed by Cameron Schnapp. Oh, Schnapp had to be fast on that. Flares out the right leg and keeps this a scoreless game. Now Matt Sherm behind the net. Makes an interesting hop off a glass stanchion. Ends out at center ice. Ethan Ranger stripped of the puck by Mastroni. Mastroni a shot punched aside by Pellerino. Now Gallagher. Down low Mastroni. Centering feed intended for Hlavi. Never got through. Murray at the point. He'll swing one towards goal. That goes off the skate of Loftus. And now Ethan Ranger sends one off the skates of Harwell into the Bay State zone. Murray flips it back the other way. Bay State offsides as they're still in the middle of a line change. Meanwhile, it's sent down the ice, and icing is called. Drew Schemmel thought that he had beaten the puck to the line. The official disagrees, and the faceoff will come back down into the Sea Captain zone. Now with 9:11 to go in the second period, that's going to do it for Cameron Schnapp. He heads to the bench, and he is being replaced by Braden Bovey for the Bay State Bobcats. Bovey has made 5 appearances so far this season. He sports an 0-4-1 record, a goals against average of .399, a save percentage of 88.9. And you figure the Sea Captains are going to want to get possession and get pucks on goal quickly. You always want to test a goaltender who's been sitting on the bench for as long as Bovey has. Ward comes in offsides. And the faceoff will be out in the neutral zone with 8:52 to go in the second period. On that last icing call against Norwich, earlier we had mentioned Cam Holton and how he had a little more time than he realized. Sean Loftus, one of the veterans of this Norwich Sea Captains team, making the same mistake as Bay State was offsides, and Loftus, rather than taking his time, simply flung it up the ice. That's something that will be taken care of with a little more ice time. You get a little more familiarity with your teammates, and you get a little more comfortable out on the ice. As here come the Bobcats back the other way. Getting sent flying down into the boards was Landon Booth. Cam Holton now along the near side wall. Holton plays one off the glass. Byer gloves it down. Can't clear. Nice job by Cormy keeping it in the zone. Swung back right onto the stick of Byer, and this time he'll be able to clear with a little ease. Byer from the blue line on goal. Bovey directs it into the corner. Braden Bovey, a native of Anchorage, Alaska. Always nice to see folks from the Great White North plying their trade down here. Not the only Alaskan in the division. Just off the top of my head, Dylan Harbour, a member of the Long Beach Sharks, is from Alaska as well. Seems like everybody's either from Anchorage or Wasilla. Every now and then you'll have someone from Fairbanks as well. As this is sent down the ice, icing should be called. There's the whistle. But Alaska is one of those states that's also growing with hockey. Unfortunately for Alaskans, they lost the Anchorage Aces of the ECHL a few years ago, and nearly lost one of their college teams in the University of Alaska system as well. They've got 2 NCAA teams up there at University of Alaska Fairbanks and University of Alaska Anchorage. The Seawolves, and for Fairbanks, the Nanooks. Back the other way, it's Damon Warren. Top of the circle, his shot trickles wide. Turning with it is Booth. Booth from a good angle on goal, saved by Pellerito. Pellerito then gums out with his glove and holds on. Might be preaching to the choir for any Alaskans listening to this, but for those of you in the other 49 states and around the world, if you ever get the chance to travel to Alaska, it's highly, highly recommended. Scenery's beautiful out there. The people are nice as well. And at least in the North American leagues, between the NA3HL and the NAHL, they have 3 teams up there in the NAHL, the only Tier 2 league in the United States. You have the Anchorage Wolverines, an expansion team this year. You also have the Fairbanks Ice Dogs and the Kenai River Brown Bears. Is this drive off the post and in? A blast from the point. And with 7:03 to go in the second period, Reed Murray puts the Bay State Bobcats up 1-0. Murray goes bar down over the glove of Brendan Pellerito. And the Bobcats strike first. For Reed Murray, it is his second goal of the season in his 13th game played. And it gives the Bobcats the momentum. It was all Sea Captains at the beginning of this second period, but since then, the Bobcats have taken over control. 6:40 to go in the middle frame. Loftus looking to clear out of the zone. Holton tried giving along for Manahan. Sent back down, and now Pellerito will leave it for Loftus. Loftus around far side, manages to beat Hlavi to the puck. Loftus again as Manahan got knocked down to the ice on the far side. Holton, and now Bain simply forces it into the Bay State zone. Long pass goes through everybody. This should be icing. Loftus hustling back will draw the whistle. And the face-off will come on down to Braden Bovey's right. 6:10 to go in the second period. And it looks like the Sea Captains will get back to the usual swing of things. They'll have the face-off to Bovey's left. Ethan Ranger, Jack Kinahan, and Troy Harwell up front for the Sea Caps. Darryl Smith, Matt Ward on the points. Clean win by Ethan Ranger. Ward sends it down low, picked up by Ranger. Ranger wants to go back up the far side. Pass intercepted by Hlavi. Hlavi will get it into the Norwich zone. Now Ward, glove down by Mastroni. Mastroni in, hooked from behind. No call on the play. Oh, Norwich getting away with one. Loose puck sent out towards the red line before it's banged back in by Mike Montague. Leaving it on the side of his cage is Brendan Pellerito. Ward under pressure by Mastroni. Mastroni playing like a man possessed today. Sends one in front. Can't connect with Hlavi. And now here comes Jack Kinahan back the other way. From the wrong side of the red line. No icing on the play. Kinahan manages to free things up, then lost his footing. Off the glass, kept alive by Ward. Ward tried to get around Mastroni. Mastroni takes it back the other way. Nate Mastroni, his shot catches nothing but glass. Now Mastroni behind the net of Pellerito. Backhand pass towards the slot, defensed away. Jack Kinahan picks the puck up, and through a pair of Bobcat forwards, is able to clear. Sent back down into the Norwich zone with under 5 minutes to go in the second period. It's Matt Ward, his outlet pass knocked down by Booth. Now Cormy. Ranger, he'll flip it down the ice. This will be another icing call coming up against the Sea Captains as the fans at the Rose Garden Ice Arena begin to grow restless. Well, the beginning of this period looked good for the Sea Captains. Then 3 icings in a row going against them. And now it looks like they're running around more than anything else. Ethan Ranger will Cormy on the draw. Cormy is Bay State's leading scorer, 11 points in 15 games, 3 goals and 8 assists. Sent back down, and now Pellerito leaves it for Smith. Smith off the glass, glove down by Cormy. Cormy on, saved by Pellerito. Kinahan wanted to wrap one around the boards. Bay State was able to sniff that out. Basarab was waiting for it. So now they'll try the near side. Ethan Ranger chips one off the glass out of the zone. Reed Murray, the only goal scorer in this game, back to retrieve. He'll chop one off the boards. Norwich in the middle of a change, and so Basarab at the top of the circle drops back Booth. Booth sent across into the slot, loose puck, a shot, and sending it wide was Basarab. Here come the Sea Captains in transition. It's Tegan Byer to the outside. Byer, a shot off the side of the cage. Bovey took a stab at it with his glove, but couldn't connect. No icing on this play as the puck deflected off the skate of Loftus. So now Loftus behind his own net. Landon Booth keeping a close eye on him. Booth comes up with the puck. Aiden Bain looking to clear along this side of the wall as well. Turns the puck over. Tony Moran off the skates of Bain and collected by Basarab. Basarab in the corner. Sends one towards the front. That nearly went off the skates of Tony Moran. Schemmel knocked down to the ice. Aiden Bain leaves it for Loftus. Loftus is passed too far for Byer. Byer will chase after it. No icing as Matt Sherm touches it north of the goal line. Now Damon Warren. Intended back for Sherm. Sherm off the boards. Can't get around Byer. Loftus at the blue line for Byer again. It's been a long shift for Tegan Byer. His shot goes wide. Around the boards, just held in line by Hayden. Official knockdown to the ice. I think that's the second time we've seen them down on the ice so far in this game. Schemmel behind the net. A centering feed. Too far for Aiden Bain to hold. Chipped far side. Getting around Hayden is Will Stone. Stone in the corner. Loftus there as well. Loftus swings it around to the near side. Outside the reach of Bain once again. Bain then takes a cross check to the back from Sherm. Meanwhile, Cam Holton following up on the play. His shot goes wide as well. Ryan Janik flips this down the ice. Hayden back to touch up. There's the icing call against the Bobcats. Bobcats with 6 players on the ice. And so we'll need to figure out exactly who's supposed to be on and who's supposed to be off. And I think Kevin Cunningham wants to discuss this with Sean Pratt, as there were some tired Bobcats out on the ice. Faceoff will be to the right of Bovey with 2:16 to go in the second period. It'll be Cam Holton on the draw for the Sea Captains. They'll have Harrison Ranger out there and Josh Manahan with Smith and Hayden on the points. Damon Warren will take the draw for Bay State. Holton, the right-handed shot, loses his face-off to Warren. Wrapped around the boards by Sherm. Intercepted by Hayden. Hayden pinching in from the point along the goal line. Forced behind the net. Now Holton. Gloves down this loose puck. Holton trying to work his way towards the front. Can't get around Matt Sherm. Not many people can, as Matt Sherm is 6'3", 200 pounds, and he's in 04. Hayden at his own blue line. D to D for Darryl Smith. Smith up ahead, deflected in by Manahan down deep. Manahan, and check that, all 3 Sea Captains will chase after it. Sherm sends it into an empty corner. Manahan gets there first. Josh Manahan goes back to the point. Darryl Smith's shot gets blocked away. Harrison Ranger now in the near side wall. Goes back for Holton. Intended back for Ranger. Instead, it'll be Manahan behind the net. Giving back Smith at the point. Darryl Smith a shot. That's blocked in front. On goal, saved by Bovey. And he holds on as Damon Warren looks like he took that shot to the inside of his leg. And he'll limp his way back to the Bay State bench. Got to pick up his stick as well. 1:17 to go in the second period. Face off to the right of Braden Bovey. Ethan Ranger on the draw against Will Cormie. Cormie has certainly logged plenty of ice time in this second period for Bay State. Jack Kinahan will send it back on down for the Sea Caps. Kinahan drops along Ethan Ranger. Ranger can't connect with Kinahan at the point. Ward swings one towards goal. That's kicked away by the defense of Mike Montague, and Montague will flip it out of the zone. Moran has to play this. Ethan Ranger picks up Ward. Ward takes a hit up high from Basarab. Harwell Giving along Ethan Ranger. Ranger can't get it deep. Harwell from center ice will. Bovey comes out of his cage to slow it on down and forced around the boards by Ryan Janik. A bouncing puck will get blown down on a hand pass. And the faceoff will be outside the Bay State zone with 29.3 to go in the period. So perhaps the last faceoff of the second. It'll be Tegan Byer on the draw. Up against Will Cormy, no surprise there. Sherm in his own end sends around to the near side wall. Ward pinching in from the point. Can't maintain possession of the puck. Here come the Bobcats the other way. It's Montague giving along Basarab. Basarab one-on-one, dishes across, a shot saved by Pellerito. He got a piece of it with his pad. 7 seconds left in the period. Aiden Bain picks it up. Bain just has to gain the red line and send it down deep. That's exactly what he does. And that will conclude.
One of those weird scenarios where you have to play that extra period. So it's Braden Bovey in goal for Bay State. Native of Anchorage, Alaska. It'll be Will Cormy at the circle. And we're underway in Holyoke for period number 3 of this game. Continuation from Wednesday. Already a big opening hit right in front of the Bay State bench. Thrown in towards the far side end and covered up. What you presume it's got to be Pellerito in goal once again. So face off in the defensive zone for Norwich. Need to knot things up here again. Reed Murray goal. As Yannick whiffed on the pass in towards his zone. Has to skate back to his own end. Michael Montague scoops up the loose puck. Finds Will Cormy, and then it's drifted right back in towards the near side. Yannick sends it alongside the boards. It's cut off by Aiden. One of the newcomers on this team is Aiden Bain. Recently just signed by Norwich. Stumped in front of both benches. And Ward stuck up for a second. Comes right to Bovey. Stops it with his right stick. Montague comes and corrals it. And turns the puck over. Quick shot. It's in the crease. Diving save. Puck still free. Bovey's diving all over. And it comes in behind. A turnover almost forced in the hand and would have been a goal. But excellent defensive job by Bovey. Chipped in at the red line right to Bovey. He'll just cover it up. As Troy Harwell, former Bay State player, skates right in front of net. So face off. Well, Bay State could really use a win here. And so they do. It's Desmarais. Had it for a second and throws it off the boards. Harwell retreats back to his own end. Harwell playing 45 career games with Bay State, including games this year. Picked up by Norwich. They are an expansion team in their first season as the Sea Captains. It's a line drive towards Matt Sherm. Shuffles it up the boards. Loose puck at center ice. And Sherm at his own blue line lifts it down the right wing side. Line change for the Bobcats as Montague comes out on the ice. Sherm playing pinball up alongside the boards. Out at center ice, driven back in. 2:15 in. Not an icing call. Was just in front of the red line at center ice. Sauce towards his right, Montague. Now they get back on side at Schemmel. Fumbles the puck. As Bain had a chance at it too. A lot of middle of the ice play so far. As that one's launched towards the ceiling and comes down. Anthony Landry saying throw it off the glass next time. Just to clear that, because he was in his own zone, the face-off will be down here. Damon Warren in center. It's one to Montague. Throws it off the glass. Halted at the blue line. Sprays out towards the near side. Backhanded forward down the left wing side in towards the corner, but an icing call. So the one chance so far for the Sea Captains, almost resulting in that equalizing goal. But so far, still 1-0 Bobcats here in the third. Warren once again goes in, face off one. It's driven on net, and Bovey watches it all the way in with the glove. Couple quick shots by Norwich, which Bay State's still looking for their first. Well, Cormier in center. Wins the draw, comes backwards towards Pia Tensana. He can't clear it, shot goes wide. Right of Bovey and net, and cleared away as Hayden has to treat, but another icing call. Long shift for these Bay State players. And this is where trouble can arise sometimes. They have these long shifts. They've won the face-off as Cormier almost won it again that time. Pops up top to Harwell. Goes battling it after again. Comes to Tensana near side. Flares down the far side. And again, Bay State, they can't just dump it in for a change. Tensana, left defenseman, throws it off the boards before he gets grazed with a hit. And it goes all the way down to the ice again. Bay State just can't chip it in. She'll be here in the near side circle. .29 left in this third period. 1-0 continuation game from Wednesday. Harwell, now Harwell just outside the circle. He's double teamed. Just goes underneath the skate. Throws a shot at net, cleared away by Tensana. Clinahan was approaching front crease area, and another icing call. Cormier wins the drop. As Tensana throws it around to Basarab, trying to dig it out, gets checked from behind. Flicked on towards the other side of the ice. And watch Tensana can at least change. That's the first player they've changed in over 2 minutes. As Sherm comes up on the ice, holds the puck at the left defense side. Now the right point. Shot blocked down for Montague. Wins the blue line. Throws a shot blocker saved by Bovey. Pad save that time by Bovey. Being peppered with some shots early in the opening 5 of this third period. Here's Basarab across the blue line with some physicality. Mishandled the puck, and now it's thrown on goal and covered up by Norwich. But finally, some extra bodies can come in and out on the ice. Isaiah Walter and Alex Penning enter for Bay State. 15-15. It's flicked on a goal and covered up once again. Both teams trying to snap these losing skids. 9 for Norwich, 7 for Bay State. Both teams sitting in the bottom portion of the NA3 East Division standings. Norwich carrying it out of their own zone. Open man at center part of the ice. Good find. Sure meets in right over the blue line. As Harrison Rangers trying to center the pass. Nobody home though. James Green dumps it forward ahead. in towards the near side corner. Flung around, kept in by Sherm, dancing at the blue line, throws it alongside the boards. Goes in back underneath, but got caught up. And the boards and out of play. 14:34 in this third period, 1-0 Reed Murray goal. There's the difference. Again, a continuation game from Wednesday. After power was lost in the arena. In Norwich, and so now for this upcoming regularly scheduled game, playing that final 20 minutes. Harwell throws it down and underneath. Desmarais tried to clear it up alongside the board, just cut off. Shot blocked away by Bovey. Spinning around was Kinahan. His shot didn't reach Bovey. Mastroni, nice job on the outlet pass. Mastroni gets it down the right wing side. Squeeze past Daryl Smith, the defender. Puck is popped up free towards the blue line, and now cleared away is Kinahan. Backpedaling into the offensive zone for the right circle. Poke checked away. Harwell up top to the right point. Took a deflection. Point blank range. Kinahan couldn't catch a stick on it. Gets it back though. Mastroni fighting with him. And he wins the battle. Out to Desmarais at center ice. Trying to slither through two defenders. Just poke check right at the blue line. Line change for Norwich. They go across the line. Takes a deflection, doesn't reach Bovey. Throws it past Sherm. Underneath to Harwell. Centering feed finds Josh Manahan. Bay State, nice exit here by Colton LeVay. Recently just changed his jersey from number 23 to number 11. 13:02 to go in this final 20. 1-0 Bay State lead over the Norwich Sea Captains. Bounce down underneath. Made behind the goal of Norwich. Schemmel throwing his body around. Shot from the right point. Cleared away momentarily from Tony Moran. At least got it out of the slot area. Up top to the right point. Another shot. Deflected down this time. Doesn't reach. Back end of goals. Basarab. Cross ice centering feed. Couldn't get the timing right. Well, Bay State's looked better the last 3 or 4 minutes after Norwich had a few chances right out of the gate and looked dangerous trying to score the equalizing goal. As Ted Sana throws it. Hit off a stick, so able to change here as Damon Warren comes on. Out to the red line. Bay State able to retreat on their own end. Ted Sana. Outlet pass to Warren, just across the blue line. Landon Booth in support. Here is Booth. Throws it on goal with Warren breathing down the neck. So 11:38 stoppage here. 1-0 Bay State lead. Playing just this 20-minute frame. Face-off goes in behind the net. Up top to the left point, kept in. Backhanded forward. And launched back out towards center ice. Thrown in by Montague. He was right at the middle part of the ice. Nothing doing though. Cam Holton in defense in the near side corner. And as Ranger spins away. Shot fired. Blocker save. Rung around the boards by Hayden. Out towards the near side. As Bain. Here is Hilton. Green couldn't get it out. Thrown in on net. But an offside call against the Sea Captains. And after the puck just barely left the blue line. So 10:38. Just under halfway through this third period. James Green, the face-off done. He can't win it, though, for Bay State. Controlled by Norwich. Just goes underneath the stick of Harwell. Still tipped in, though. But would have been offsides. As Penning couldn't corral it. Shot thrown. Held by Bowie for a second. Then drops it to his teammate Reed Murray. Fisted down towards the other end. Tony Moran. Now can Norwich get some momentum going? Chip forward. It's Isaiah Walter. He'll skate back towards the bench after throwing it in. Landon Booth comes on his replacement. Shot off the left point. Wide right of net. Backhanded away. Ted Sonic did a good job. Bay-State gets another here, under 10 to go. That could be ball game. Especially playing this extra period. It could affect the next game as well, especially when we had those long ice time for Norwich in the first half of this third period. First 5 minutes, there's about a 3-minute probably about time when Bay-State couldn't change anybody. Sherm, a nice defensive job that time. Able to pin down his man, Harwell. And Ranger in behind that all alone. Couldn't do anything offensively with it as Bay-State gets across the blue line. Turns it right back over, though. Will Cormie in defensive effort. Trying to find Basarab. A little bit offsides again. So Ted Sana's all by his lonesome. Hits off Basarab as Brand sweeps in for the loose puck. Centering pass right in front of blocker. Got the save. Basarab trying to dipsy-do past one man, hits the other man down as the puck squirts towards the near side corner. Good interception by Montague. Read that pass. Ted saw the red line. Floats it in. Down towards the near side corner. Mastroni on the chase. It's kept underneath by Norwich. Sherm again backpedaling. Able to read it. Tip forward. Now it's a race as LeVay and Mastroni. Sean Loftus, South Boston native, was there first. 7:40 to go in this third period. 1-0 Bobcats. In behind goal. Norwich needing just one to tie. Going to force some extra time here. Yannick. It's stopped up along the far side by Colton LeVay. Coughs it up. Blocker save with Bogey. Easy one that time. LeVay again. Throws it around the defender. Now he'll chase after it as he gets pinned up alongside the far side corner on the boards. Pop free. Sherm thought about it instead. He'll just retreat. It's dumped in so Norwich can get 2 new, 3, if not 4 fresh new legs on the ice. Chop from the near side. Circle deflected wide from Aiden Bain. His first game. There's a big hit from Ken Holton. And LeVay able to pick up his stick. Shot from way outside, and Bovey rolled onto it. Kim Holton. Huge open ice hit. 6:31 to go. 1-0 Bobcats. They attempt to snap this 7-game losing skid. Their last win was against the Sea Captains here on October 9th. It's been 1 calendar month. Fisted around by Montague. Caught up at their own blue line. Now Bay State breaking out. Gain the blue line. Up against the boards. Thrown down. Here in the near side corner. Good hustle by Jack Kinahan, though. Able to win it for his squad, but not too long after. Dylan Gallagher, Rhode Island native. Nice dance move around the one defender after he dumped it in. Bay State controlling. Shot from the right point. Pad save. Rebound was there, but nobody home on the other side of it. Norwich once again. All they need is one here. Harwell leaves it. Doesn't reach in front as Murray cleared it away. Now Dylan Gallagher gets in and spun around. Got caught almost in a line change as Sherm just coming out, but able to tie up Troy Harwell in the slot area. This Loftus just coming off the bench. Saw the loose puck, and now Loftus. Pass was too far in front of him. Now back in his own zone. Just 5 minutes to go in this third period, 1-0. Reed Murray goal. Difference in this one. Sherm shot from the right point. Screaming wide. And now slap shot. Bovey with the glove save. Bobcats pinching a shutout right now. They're first on the season. And what Schnapp started this game on Wednesday. 24 saves. Now Bovey taking over. Has seen plenty in this period. Face-off was won by Norwich. Been a clean period as well. No penalties to this point. Good sign for Bay State. That's the last thing they want to do. And even Norwich too. Give a chance for Bay State to get that second goal, which would be game over then. Poke check to Cormy at center ice. Harrison Ranger gets it back for his team. Pinball going on right now at center ice. 2 on nobody, and a good save by Pellerito. And 2 on none, basically, and Pellerito able to make the save. And 13 saves between those first 2 periods. Hasn't seen too much action either. And this, they're mostly. And Bovey's in. Shot deflected, doesn't reach Pellerito. Nice poke check from Sherm. And a pad save, it's tipped in. Squeezing in the upper 90 by Tegan Byer. And Norwich gets on the board with just 3:49 to go. Evens the score at 1. Sixth goal of the season, 10th point. His second goal against Bay State this year. And we're all even at 1. 3:45 to go. It's Holton. Holton knocks it down with his body. Now can Bay State work some magic here? Murray, cross-ice pass to Sherm. Stumped in as Ethan Ranger runs after it. Behind the net of Pellerito. 1-1 game, 3:12 to go. Across the blue line, a slap shot. Fires it wide. Hayden does get the rebound though. Throws it around the boards. Cut off once again. Harwell centering pass in front. Bovey with the save. Almost coughing up the rebound. Kinahan breathing down his neck. But a big third period goal. Now just under 3 to play, 2:53 to be exact. Face-off comes, pushed aside by Bovey. Basin hasn't garnered much offense in this extra frame as Tedsano launches it down to the other end. Darryl Smith, first man to reach it. Kinahan off the boards. Comes out to center ice, thrown in front as Loftus for Norwich. Now Pia Tedsano floats it down, finds his man across the seam. Cross ice pass, and it goes wide for the right circle. Good looking developing play that time, as LaFay couldn't send it home. 2 minutes to go in this third period, 1-1 game. It's Harwell down underneath Schemmel. Gets bottled up. Mastroni finds LaVey. His pass knocked down by Tim Hayden. New Fairfield, Connecticut native. Minute 40 to go. Stretch pass across the blue line, 1-on-3. As Bain goes in to try to upend the defender, Landon Booth. Now Schemmel trying to weave his way underneath. Sent alongside the boards all the way to the near side point. It's punched free. And now Will Cormie up against Hayden, over skated the puck. 1:06 to go, 1-1 tie game. Line drive, driven back to Ryan Yannick. Treats in his own zone as he gets hit down by Bain. Cormie finds Booth. Down the right wing side, pumps on the brakes, cross ice pass. Sherm's all alone, walking in, and it's deflected away. Good poke check as Bovey fumbles it and pounces on it. As some of the Bay State players taking offense that time. To Aiden Bain, who after Bovey had clearly covered up the puck, trying to get a stick in there. 34.6 seconds to go. 1-1 tie game. And now it's Damon Warren. Warren wins the draw. And Bay State holds as that hits off the netting. Warren tried to backhand it away. I got nothing but the netting. So it's deja vu all over again. Face off in this, and Warren again wins it. This time they go around the other side, the far side boards. Good check at the blue line by Dylan Gallagher. Forecheck picking up here in the shot. Just going wide right of the net. Montague punch it forwards. Final 10 seconds. Norwich one last shot here maybe as the puck held up against the boards before it's poked away out towards center ice. But take it. Ethan Ranger in the circle. But Bay State wins the face-off. Who can end the losing streak? Should open up the ice quite a bit, obviously. Leaves it for Harwell from Sean Loftus. Harwell across the blue line, down the left wing side. Holding onto the puck behind the net of Bovey. Gets trapped up against, now gets free, right home in front. I couldn't bury it away. And now Bay State all alone. Dipsy-do, he got him. Landon Booth, game winner in overtime.
There you go, Troy.
And the Bobcats come out on top, 2-1. A crazy game. Just 39 seconds into the overtime period. Bobcats' 4th win of the season, their 2nd against Norwich. So after Byer scored the goal in the